Have you ever noticed that many people work hard their entire lives, but never experience true prosperity? Strange, isn't it? It even seems unfair. After all, some amass fortunes, while others, despite all their efforts, live counting pennies. But what if I told you there's an ancient secret, hidden in the secrets of the Bible, that King Solomon used to become the wisest and most prosperous man in history? A secret that blends divine wisdom, the biblical law of attraction, and a prosperity mindset, capable of transforming spiritual wealth into real financial prosperity. The curious thing is that this secret to wealth has nothing to do with magic formulas or empty promises of quick financial success. On the contrary, it involves principles as ancient as they are current, revealed mysteries that shaped Solomon's wealth and can today shape your life too. Imagine applying these ancient wealth secrets to your decisions, as he did, and finally attract abundance and prosperity without having to take dangerous shortcuts. Now you might be thinking, but will this really work for me in my daily life? And that's a normal question. The point is, when you understand Solomon's wisdom and put into practice the biblical proverbs he left behind, you discover that prosperity and wealth aren't luck, but consequences. And that's precisely what we're going to explore together, the secrets of the millionaire mind revealed by the most prosperous man in history. Ready? King Solomon made history not only because of the crown he wore, but also because of the ancient secret of his divine wisdom. His spiritual wealth was so intense that it overflowed into financial prosperity, abundance, and success. He understood the secrets of the Bible and knew how to apply them in practice, transforming biblical proverbs into life guidelines. While many sought only how to attract money, Solomon demonstrated that Solomon's true wealth lay in understanding the revealed mysteries and the prosperity mindset that began within the mind and heart. If we observe his life, we realize that the prosperity and wealth of his kingdom were not the result of chance. Solomon's wisdom guided his decisions, whether in managing resources or resolving complex conflicts. He applied a kind of biblical law of attraction, attracting spiritual and financial prosperity by aligning thoughts and actions with eternal principles. It's like a modern entrepreneur who, before investing, seeks solid knowledge to avoid wasting his capital. Solomon did this on a much larger scale, transforming wisdom into abundance. The secret to Solomon's wealth wasn't selfishly accumulating treasures, but applying divine wisdom to generate prosperous and sustainable results. He understood that a millionaire mindset isn't born of impulses, but of ancient wealth secrets consistently applied. Imagine someone who decides to invest time in studying finance, reading books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, or even learning about investing in solid stocks. This is the modern reflection of Solomon's mindset. And lo and behold, this paves the way for us to understand the eternal principles of wealth that underpin all true prosperity. King Solomon understood that the ancient secret to prosperity was not simply accumulating wealth, but living according to values that sustain true abundance. Justice, honesty, and diligence were like pillars of an invisible temple that supported his spiritual wealth and financial prosperity. He knew that the biblical law of attraction only manifested fully when life was aligned with divine principles. After all, there's no point in having a millionaire's mind if your heart is empty of truth and righteousness. In practice, Solomon applied these principles to every decision. His biblical proverbs are full of teachings that reinforce that prosperity and wealth are not only the result of hard work, but also of integrity. For example, a modern entrepreneur who desires financial success must learn not to cut corners with dishonesty, but rather to cultivate trust, credibility, and a long-term vision. It is precisely this prosperity mindset that transforms opportunities into lasting legacies. The secret to wealth, according to Solomon, is not instantaneous, as many preach today. It is built brick by brick with character, discipline, and the fear of God. This is Solomon's wealth that endures when fleeting riches disappear. He reminds us that ancient secrets of wealth are only revealed when life is guided by immutable principles. And it is here that we see the connection between wisdom and wealth emerge. A mystery revealed that explains why wise decisions yield prosperous and sustainable results. King Solomon understood that financial prosperity is not maintained solely through accumulation, but through the intelligent use of divine wisdom. Solomon's wealth stemmed precisely from this ability to apply ancient wealth secrets to everyday decisions. He understood that abundance was the consequence of choices guided by knowledge and discernment. It's like someone today who learns to invest with clarity and patience. It's not luck, it's applied wisdom. This ancient secret shows that spiritual and material prosperity go hand in hand. In biblical Proverbs, Solomon emphasizes that the millionaire mindset is one that learns to avoid waste, managing time, money, and energy purposefully. He wasn't just looking for ways to attract money, but also how to create a prosperity mindset that transforms each resource into multiplication. A practical example: instead of compulsive spending, a wise person can choose to direct part of their earnings into consistent investments, such as real estate funds or solid stocks. This simple act, inspired by Solomon's wisdom, translates into prosperity and wealth in the long run. This secret of wealth is one of the most fascinating mysteries revealed. Wisdom protects against fatal mistakes. While many get lost in pursuit of quick financial success, Solomon teaches that spiritual wealth is the foundation that sustains financial prosperity. Those who learn this biblical law of attraction realize that each wise decision attracts more abundance. And when we understand this connection between wisdom and wealth, the next step naturally arises, discovering how gratitude and generosity further open the doors to abundance. King Solomon understood that abundance wasn't kept locked away in coffers, but flowed when shared. He knew that true financial prosperity only multiplies when combined with spiritual prosperity. This ancient secret revealed that divine wisdom is like a river. If dammed, it rots, but when allowed to flow freely, it generates life everywhere. Solomon's wealth wasn't just the gold in his palaces, but the prosperity mindset that made room for generosity. In biblical Proverbs, we find the biblical law of attraction in action. Whoever gives receives back double. This is the secret to wealth that few understand. By practicing gratitude daily and exercising generosity, a cycle of prosperity and wealth is created that never ends. A practical example: setting aside part of your monthly earnings to help a social cause or support someone in need. This act is not a loss, but an investment, as it attracts continuous blessings and activates the ancient secrets of wealth that Solomon applied. And it's curious, the more grateful a person is, the more reasons they find to be thankful. This is the revealed mystery that connects spiritual wealth with financial success. The millionaire mind understands that giving doesn't impoverish, but rather expands horizons and opens invisible doors. Solomon shows us that gratitude and generosity are powerful keys to unlocking abundance in all areas of life. And between the lines of this teaching, we perceive the importance of vision and planning, which transform generous intentions into concrete results. King Solomon didn't just dream. He had a clear vision and knew how to transform ideas into great works. The Temple of Jerusalem is living proof of how divine wisdom, when combined with planning, generates financial prosperity and lasting abundance. This ancient secret teaches that Solomon's wealth didn't arise from improvisation, but from discipline, organization, and a prosperity mindset. It shows that spiritual prosperity and financial success go hand in hand when there is a well-defined purpose. In today's world, this principle translates into something practical. Those who desire prosperity and wealth need to structure clear goals, well-planned budgets, and growth strategies. It's no use simply thinking about how to attract money. It's necessary to act like Solomon and develop a millionaire mindset capable of combining faith with action. For example, if someone dreams of starting a business, the first step is to draw up a solid plan, calculate risks, and organize resources. This is applying the ancient secrets of wealth in the 21st century. This secret of wealth reveals one of the most practical mysteries of Solomon's wisdom. Planning prepares the ground for the harvest. Without vision, any effort is wasted, but with direction, even small resources multiply. It's as if the biblical proverbs constantly whisper, "The diligent will prosper." And when the vision is clear and the planning is in place, the need to cultivate an even deeper wealth naturally arises, that which originates within the mind and heart. King Solomon understood that the secret to wealth did not begin outside, but within. True spiritual prosperity was the source of his financial prosperity and material abundance. He knew that a millionaire's mind is only built when the heart is aligned with divine wisdom. This ancient secret shows that Solomon's wealth lay not only in the palace treasures, but in the self-control, faith, and prosperity mindset that sustained his kingdom. In biblical proverbs, we find this mystery clearly revealed. Before ruling over external riches, one must learn to rule oneself. This applies to anyone today. Those who don't control their desires will have a hard time controlling their resources. A practical example: someone who, instead of spending impulsively, develops financial discipline, practicing habits such as recording daily expenses or reading financial education books, such as Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. This simple practice accurately reflects the inner wealth that generates prosperity and outer wealth. This secret of Solomon's wealth is a key few explore. When a person strengthens their spirituality, vision, and discipline, the biblical law of attraction naturally kicks in. It's as if each decision guided by wisdom opens invisible doors to financial success. And the more this inner wealth grows, the more the ancient secrets of wealth begin to manifest. And get this, it is precisely this solid foundation that paves the way for us to delve into the timeless advice of the book of Proverbs. King Solomon left a legacy written in biblical proverbs that goes far beyond pretty phrases. They contain ancient secrets of wealth, true mysteries revealed about spiritual prosperity, abundance, and financial prosperity. It's as if each verse were a compass pointing the way for those seeking a millionaire mindset. The secret to Solomon's wealth was transforming divine wisdom into practical instructions that anyone could apply in their daily lives. Among these pieces of advice, one of the most powerful is, "The diligent hand will prosper." This means that financial success doesn't come to those who sit back and wait, but to those who act with discipline and consistency. Imagine a person who, instead of spending impulsively, decides to save part of their earnings to invest in education, start a small business, or even diversify into fixed income. This is the modern reflection of the biblical law of attraction, applied with the wisdom of Solomon. Effort combined with the right direction generates prosperity and wealth. Beyond work, Solomon also speaks of integrity, prudence, and foresight. These are biblical secrets that shape a prosperity mindset that doesn't falter in crises. He knew that financial prosperity without spiritual wealth is unstable, like building a palace on sand. However, those who cultivate solid values, combine faith with action, and apply Solomon's wisdom, discover that abundance manifests in all areas. And it is at this point that another essential principle emerges: diligent work that inevitably brings rewards. King Solomon made it clear in his biblical proverbs that laziness is a trap that leads to poverty, while diligent work opens the doors to prosperity and wealth. This ancient secret remains relevant today. Solomon's wisdom shows that financial success does not arise by chance, but through daily discipline. The millionaire mind understands that every consistent effort, however small, is a seed planted to reap future abundance. This is the biblical law of attraction in action, uniting spiritual and financial prosperity. He teaches us that prosperity and wealth are directly linked to consistency. Anyone who dedicates time every day to honing their skills, whether by reading books on finance, practicing a craft, or studying investments, is applying the ancient secrets of wealth. It's like someone who decides to run every day. At first it may seem like a small amount, but in the long run, health and energy are transformed. The same is true of financial success, the fruit of intelligent repetition. This is the secret to wealth revealed in practice. Solomon understood that rewards are inevitable for those who combine effort with divine wisdom. He preached not just hard work, but work guided by a prosperity mindset. In practical terms, it's the difference between working aimlessly and working with clarity of purpose. Those who apply this revealed mystery experience endless abundance as they learn how to attract money in a way that aligns with spiritual wealth. And it is precisely at this point that Solomon opens space for us to reflect on how wealth should be viewed, not as an end in itself, but as a powerful tool to fulfill greater purposes. King Solomon was clear that financial prosperity, no matter how great, was not the ultimate goal. True divine wisdom showed that Solomon's wealth was merely a means to fulfilling greater purposes. This ancient secret teaches that spiritual prosperity comes before any material abundance, and that financial success must be in service of something eternal. Those who seek only how to attract money without understanding the ancient secrets of wealth end up lost in their own desires. In biblical proverbs, it's clear that a prosperity mindset must be aligned with generosity, the fear of God, and the building of legacies. Solomon's millionaire mindset wasn't obsessed with accumulating wealth, but with multiplying the lives it impacted. It's like someone today who, upon achieving prosperity and wealth, chooses to invest part of it in social projects, education, or family growth. This practice powerfully activates the biblical law of attraction, as it transforms spiritual wealth into concrete results of abundance. This secret of wealth is one of the most valuable revealed mysteries, using resources as tools, not as idols. Financial prosperity becomes much more meaningful when directed toward honoring God, helping people, and building bridges for future generations. The abundance Solomon experienced wasn't just in gold and possessions, but in the prosperity mindset that understood wealth as a means to fulfill a mission. And that's the invitation, to transform financial success into something that resonates beyond time.